celebrate what's right in the world, even if it's just for a few moments.
So we have an exciting program coming ahead. We're going to have outstanding performances. You just had a bit of the Kenyan flavor and culture during our opening acts from the Malaika dancers. We have many more from the Pacific, from Asia, and from the Caribbean that are going to make this event the most lively that you could ever imagine. It is now my pleasure to invite His Excellency Kamala Sharma, the Secretary General of the Commonwealth Secretariat, to give his welcome remarks. Let's welcome the round of applause.
Can you hear me at the back? Good, because there's always a discrepancy between the mic and my height. It's a small room, I think. My voice can travel. It's a particular delight for me to be able to welcome all of you here. This room is, the average age in this room is normally much, much higher than it is right now. And that's how I like to see my tenure here as Secretary Lending. I've got about 10 days to go. And if you see with an early Easter eating into it, there's not that much time left. And there would not be a better event, something which gladdens my heart more, when we have the average age in this room significantly lower than what it normally is. I particularly welcome our Youth Award finalists, all the High Commissioners who are showing their solidarity with our work for young people by being here, or their representatives, and so many Commonwealth friends. The Commonwealth Youth Awards are one of the most inspiring parts of our work here in the Commonwealth. And they are a key part of the Commonwealth has to youth development and empowerment. But they are just not a feel-good moment. They're extremely important in rewarding and drawing attention to the can-do attitude and the determination to succeed that you personify in this role. I've frequently made the point that globally and in the Commonwealth, and we represent the globe pretty much, all parts of the world are represented in the Commonwealth. I've often made the point that one of the least analyzed, least regarded, least appreciated aspect of contemporary times is the place of young people in our societies. This is not just a miracle, although that of course is a very good starting point. At a meeting recently of the Queen Elizabeth Diamond Jubilee Trust, which is doing a significant amount of work for young people and considering how that can best be done, and is also in the field of eye health, very, very significant intervention in the health sector which is being made by them. Sir John Major, who's the chair of the trust, observed through all the trustees, and I was there too, that he was really quite amazed to find, and he mentioned one country of the Commonwealth, what the average age of that country is. And I said, well, this is a Commonwealth fact which we've known for a long time. And in one country, for instance, we had this discussion of how many people could there be in this country that are 29 or under, and some calculations were made, and by the end of the lunch it was established that the figure was close to 70%. So we have this mental habit when we land up at an airport that we've arrived in an adult country with young people in it, and the truth, as very often in the world, is simply the reverse. We've landed up in a young country with some adults in them, And that number is shrinking in relation to the younger people all the time. But there are other aspects of youth in the world today. Young people, a person, let's say between 15 or 20, when I look at my life, of what I was able to do or know as a young people of the world, I think that perhaps I belong to the Jurassic period in the sense of what young people are today. And that's a big blunder which is often made by the adults. They think that young people of that age are more or less like they were when they were that age. The cultural habit of thinking that knowledge, maturity comes with the passage of time has been reversed. Everything, particularly for young people, happens with fast forward button pressed all the time. In my time, what did we know of the world? Today you sit on a computer screen, what is it you want to know? You have to just press a few letters. So the knowledge, the maturity, the ability to know what the world is like, connectedness of the young minds with all the world is something I could not have envisaged at that age. I just want to give one example of an initiative we have started. It's called Commonwealth Class. For the first time, we are addressing the age group 7 to 14. In the belief that 7 to 14 today is not an immature group. Maturity means very different things now. And 100,000 schools are connected in the online products, curriculum, material, which we put on Commonwealth Class. And the most precious letter that I received in 8 years as Secretary General is from the headmistress of a school in Africa, which began with the words, "Bless you, bless you, bless you, Secretary General." Because this was a school in a very depressed area, drug-ridden area, violence-ridden area. Children here, instead of more used sometimes to the sound of guns going off rather than sound young minds should be hearing. And it is when we started receiving what you are sending us that their eyes lit up. And you've given them, the word she used was, dignity as young people back. They don't have to feel that their life is already determined for them, with no hope whatsoever. And part of the reason was that they were connected with younger minds elsewhere. And they were able to see what young minds elsewhere can be. This is why their eyes lit up. That we are not doomed to a certain life because of what we see right now, or we have seen in this room, in the classroom. And this is the beauty, if you like, of globalization. All inroads we make technologically are both threats and opportunities, and we know what this is doing to younger minds in different ways. And this is the greatest opportunity which we have and which we must grasp. Your initiative and your enterprise will be the inspiration for our societies, for people of all ages, especially for other young people like yourself, your peer group, which is why this story is so interesting. For this group to realize that our peer group is a global group. It's not limited to where I live. So it's immensely valuable to have all of you here on Commonwealth Week, celebrating the potential, the great global good that the Commonwealth is. And as I said, I wouldn't have wanted it to be ending on any other note. To see the energy, the potential, above all the belief which you bring to the Commonwealth. So imagination, your inspiration, and your practical action represent the attitude which we seek to nurture in the Commonwealth. The energy and the commitment are what enables us to make a reality of the theme for this year, which was alluded to just now, which is an inclusive Commonwealth. We set a very high premium on being inclusive. As you move ahead in your career and development work, we look forward to your being a powerful voice and advocate for others. Leaving no one behind is a credo for the Commonwealth. This is a point I was able to make in the Abbey, and for Her Majesty's 90th birthday. This year was a very special occasion, and it was transmitted. And so we were able, in this manner, to talk about the spirit of the Commonwealth and its inclusiveness, leaving no one behind, embracing everybody, nationally, in our own societies, whether it's young people, not making gender differences, not making differences of disabled people who may be marginalized traditionally, minorities, embrace them in one national family, but also not leaving anyone behind globally either. And as I said there, this strong belief of the Commonwealth which drives us, it makes us so different as an organization, is this feeling that the human community is indivisible, that everyone has a right to a place in the sun. And I concluded my statement there by saying an eagle to soar needs all its feathers. This inclusiveness as a society, this inclusiveness as a globe, it requires the young people to play their role. Otherwise, this inclusiveness is a mirage. So we have been, and I have been personally talking to our heads in all levels and trying to get this message across. It has been embraced and accepted readily. And already the youth work which we do is a trendsetter, is beyond the curve globally, and we are acknowledged for the work we've done in the Youth Development Index. First time it has happened in making professionalization of youth work into a serious subject of academic accomplishment and giving diplomas in them, and hopefully undergraduate degrees, and more universities doing them, creating a virtual university of small states which young people can follow despite being scattered everywhere. And being by far, I think, easily, in the voluntary sense, an organization that is creating youth bodies everywhere. I suspect that we may have been the only organization where a youth climate change body actually gave their contribution to the COP21 Paris Conference on climate change. So we work with youth ministries, work with youth workers, work with heads, work with youth networks, so that we don't think that we've created a ministry for youth and our job is done. By creating that ministry, your job has only started. So I'm sorry that I've taken longer than I thought. That this is the last opportunity I would have virtually to speak to a younger audience. And I thought I would want to tell you what a great fan we are, and I am, of your commitment, of the work that you do. Some of the most uplifting moments I've had is when I've spoken to young people in my room and elsewhere, and what they are doing, the options they had in life, and what they have chosen to do instead, out of a sense of solidarity for their society. It is by meeting these people that we decided that we need to have a Commonwealth Champions initiative to acknowledge it and to applaud it. So I'm pleased to announce that we will also be conferring the title of Commonwealth Champions from now on all our Youth Award finalists and winners. and you will be presented with a special certificate when you receive your award, is deliberately called Commonwealth Champion, not Commonwealth Youth Champion. In other words, it's not as if you cease to be champion when you become 30 or 35 or 40. We hope that you will be a Commonwealth champion for the rest of your life. Embody the Commonwealth spirit for the rest of your life, and also take an interest as you grow older in people who are younger than yourself. And every year, we are going to have young people going forth in the Commonwealth and in the world, playing in this way a significant role in Commonwealth activities, such as the Youth Award winners, leaders of our youth networks, and our young professionals. As well as their specific roles, we recognize them as Commonwealth champions and members of a special group who have already made a great contribution to the Commonwealth and continue to do so. And we hope you will continue to stay connected and involved into the future of achieving democracy, development, and respect for diversity in the Commonwealth. And as you move ahead in your career and development work, we look forward to your being a powerful voice and advocate for others. And please always know that the Secretariat is here to support you with your ideas as you do this. So be sure to use the connections and opportunities which the Commonwealth offers. It's a unique organization, the Commonwealth family. You can encourage your peers and colleagues to be part of the Commonwealth youth networks, of course, but also to find ways of becoming involved with accredited Commonwealth organizations. So we see that the Commonwealth is getting younger in whatever it does and wherever it is. And not just as a separate youth stream, that you are part of the blood of the Commonwealth. The future of the Commonwealth is enormously bright, and brighter thanks to the contribution that you bring to your regions and globally. I congratulate our 2016 Commonwealth Youth Award winners and wish you well in furthering your crucial and pivotal work. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Secretary General, for your words. I think it should come as no surprise having heard him, but during his tenure at the Secretariat, the Secretary General has been one of the strongest advocates for youth engagement and youth empowerment. And without your support, we know that initiatives such as these awards would not have been able to happen. So we'd like to take this opportunity to express our profound gratitude to you and wish you the very best in the next stage of your life. But if you could please have another round of applause.
It's now our pleasure to invite Dance and Beats, one of Asia's finest dance groups from India. Let's give them a round of applause.
यहाँ अपनी भी थोड़ी अदा थोड़ा अंदाज है ऐसे हैं चाहे वैसे हैं अरे जो भी हैं जैसे हैं उन पे हम नाज है छाना हमको बेज़माना चाहो तो हमको आज़माना यार बात हम जान साथ हम इश्क बात दिल वाले कहते हैं हमको प्यार से इंडिया
Amazing. Thank you very much, Dancing Bits from India. And now it's that time that we've been looking for, the presentations of the award. But just before we get there, we want to give you all a bit of how the awards process goes on and what it is all about. The Commonwealth Youth Awards of Excellence in Development Work aims to highlight the valuable contribution the young people are making to the achievement of the development goals. Young people throughout the Commonwealth are leading projects and initiatives ranging from poverty alleviation to peace building, diligently promoting and enhancing democracy and development. The awards recognize and dignify these efforts of these outstanding young people and demonstrate to leaders and policymakers the value and importance of young people's roles in national development. Importantly, they also serve to inspire other young people to take action in their communities.
Inspiring young people from across the Commonwealth are nominated, with 4 finalists selected from each region. The applications are then reviewed by a special Pan-Commonwealth adjudication panel, which you can find more information about in your program booklet. This year we received 297 nominations from 38 member countries of the Commonwealth. Each of the regional finalists will receive a trophy, a certificate, and £1,000 to support their development work. The 4 regional winners will receive an additional £2,000, and the overall winner, the Commonwealth Young Person of the Year 2016, will receive a further £2,000, amounting to £5,000 in total for that person to put towards their projects and activities.
It is now our pleasure to start with the first category and announce the regional finalists from Africa and Europe. And the regional finalists from Africa and Europe are:
for her excellence in agriculture and agribusiness,
Miss Paris Bosiri, age 24, from Kenya. Round of applause. For his excellence in sustainable livelihoods and poverty reduction.
Mr. Vedant Durham Group CM, age 29, from Mauritius. For his excellence in youth employment.
Mr. Kisirisira Mohammed, aged 25, from Uganda. For her excellence in development work in peer education.
We have Miss Wangeshi Mwangi, age 22, from Kenya.
And the finalist from Africa region on his excellence in peace and security work, Mr. Christian Acheleke Leke from Cameroon, age 25. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Commonwealth Youth Award 2016 for the Africa and Europe region is
the winner of the Commonwealth Africa and Europe Award is a peace activist that established Action for Change Cameroon, a youth-led organization promoting peace and countering violent extremism. Over 5,000 young Cameroonians have been impacted by its youth empowerment programs on ideals of peace building, countering violent extremism, and leadership development and national integration. Our winner has organized over 40 different youth empowerment and advocacy training workshops in various regions of the country, and work closely with the Cameroon National Youth Council as an ex-officio member. Our winner has leveraged his huge following on social media to spearhead a culture of peace and influence dialogue among young people on opportunities to be peace builders and to share good practices and emerging trends and success stories of youth leadership in the areas of peace building.
We train young people, we do training, we do advocacy, we do capacity building, and we do mentorship of young people, especially young people who have a history of violence. The ones in the prisons, the ones in correction centers, the ones on the streets, which remains very, very strategic because they are more vulnerable to be recruited by an extremist group, and also because of the fact that they have a history of violence, our communities are not very secure. So the work we should do is, while we are training them, we are giving them an authentic form of living.
Our winner has trained over 2,000 young people with the training manual that he designed.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the Commonwealth Youth Award winner for African Europe region, Mr. Acheleke Christian. It's also my pleasure to invite Her Excellency Mrs. Domsele Sukati, High Commissioner of Swaziland, to come forward and present the award to Mr. Leke. Your Excellency. Great. And I will also invite the Commonwealth Deputy Secretary General, Dr. Josephine Ojiambo, to present the award and the certificate to Mr. Leke. Help me welcome.
Jesus. This is for Africa. Firstly, I'm short of words. Thank you very much, the Commonwealth Secretariat. This has been 8 years of working with young people and growing up from a community where no one thought something good could come out from. I know what violence is all about. I know what radicalization is all about, and it's my motivation. And I want to thank my mentors. I did so much on internship. I want to thank Sani Emmanuel Sani from Cameroon. I want to thank Saji Pettis from Central Common Ground, Washington, D.C. I want to thank Lynn Robinson. I want to thank Erin Saldman and so many other people who have been by me, supporting me. I'm back home, the Ministry of External Relations, the Ministry of Youth Affairs. I'm so happy. There's just one thing I want to correct. I've been a volunteer for local youth corner Cameroon, and I'm not the founder of the organization. I serve as years of this would amplify the work which we have been doing in the grassroots.
Congratulations once again.
For the Pacific. For school children in remote villages, advocates education for young girls, who are including socially marginalized groups, through programs that promote inclusivity throughout Papua New Guinea.
I am humbled because I grew up in a village, but my journey, big jobs till 3 a.m. in the morning, which in British pound would be what you could afford. Struggling still through those education. This is a
Take this opportunity now to invite Bula Mecca to just perform.
And sorry for the music. Now it is time to Bora, age 27.
Miss Mona Parkash, age 24, from Pakistan. Our winner founded the most advanced education system.
Two people.
Let's okay, let's see. Oh yeah, so what I want to say real quick is my mama, you know, like a month on what both of them. But what are we doing with this? Okay. Yeah.